What's good, y'all? I have a quick message for y'all real quick. I was going to talk to y'all about something totally different from what I'm about to talk to you about now, but I decided to change my mind, and I wanted to speak on this huge revelation that I've been having in my life for the past month or so, right? So, y'all know I talk about spirit a lot, um, but there's something spiritually called a divine orchestration. A divine orchestration. So, spiritually, and if you don't believe in none of this, you don't have to watch my video. I don't care about none of that. But it is what it is. Um, Spiritually, there is divine order. There is an orchestration, a divine orchestration that goes on in your life. That's why a lot of times when you're living your life and you out here and you making all these plans and you have what you feel like your whole entire life mapped out, it gets rerouted. And it gets rerouted because how you think things should be or how you think you should be moving is not how it's supposed to be spiritually. Right? Nothing can work or exist in a way without the spiritual permission. Whether you believe in it or not, it has to be given permission for things to flow in a certain way. You see what I'm saying? And when it doesn't have the permission, then that's when you find yourself constantly rerouted and everything, right? When it comes to a divine orchestration, meaning there is an order. There's an order and there is a specific way that spirit would like things to go in your life. There is a specific way that spirit wants you to move in your life. There are specific things that has to happen spiritually in your life in order for something to come into fruition. So, what I've been dealing with the past month or so is that I've been finding my strength. When I talk about strength in this video, I'm not talking about, how many push-ups you can do, how much you can bench press. I'm talking about the spiritual strength. The strength deep down inside of you that makes you take the next step in life, that makes you keep going and not give up. That type of strength. Not physical strength, right? It includes the mental strength, emotional. I've been finding my strength being tested and tried. And I found myself being irritated because I didn't understand. That's why I said sometimes spirit, when a lot of times, not sometimes, but spiritually, you have to tap in spiritually to get that understanding. Because a lot of times we try to tap into our physical self to try to understand things. And physically, we look at things, our perspective is based on what we see physically. You see what I'm saying? And unless you tap in spiritually, you're not truly going to understand. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say lean not on your own understanding, right? So I've been finding myself becoming irritated, and I had to take a moment. This literally been going on for like a month or so. I had to take a moment to understand that my strength is greater than me. Like, my strength has nothing to do with me in the way that I thought it should. You see what I'm saying? When I make my videos, I am living life and going through things just like you are. Right? I don't know everything, and I talk about I don't know everything, but I'm literally making videos and teaching you according to what I go through in my life. because I go through things too. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that my strength is greater than what I think it is. That my strength, matter of fact, we walk around and we talk about, oh, I don't have the energy to do this, and I just want to go home and lay down, and I don't feel like doing this, and I don't feel like doing this. Sometimes I don't always want to make a video. You see what I'm saying? But Spirit had to remind me several times through this past month or so that your strength that you have, the strength that you done accumulated over time through your experiences and all that, that's for me. Like, when you allow Spirit to intervene in your life, when you surrender yourself in that way, oh, Spirit is going to take it and run with it. Spirit is going to take it and run with it. It's one thing when you can sit there and say, I surrender to you. I surrender, I allow myself to be used by you. You see what I'm saying? It's another thing when you're actually going through what Spirit needs you to go through. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we just be talking. But when you actually surrender yourself in those ways and Spirit takes you through those experiences, you get to see like how deep it really goes. Spirit don't play. And so I've been dealing with things and going through some personal stuff that is requiring me to use every strength, every amount of strength that I have within me. Like all of it. And it's to the point where it make you feel like you want to tap out. But me personally, I done been through enough shit to know I'm not going to tap out. You know what I'm saying? I done been through enough. But sometimes Spirit will put you in a position to where your strength is used for other people. And it's crazy because those of you who really know me, like really know me, I don't really deal with too many people. Right? I focus on self a lot. I'm an extremely private person. But those of you who know me know I don't really deal with too many people. But Spirit lately has been using the strength that I have to help other people. It's crazy because I try a lot of times I take my personal time serious. A lot of times with me life coaching and, then I'm a truck driver, on top of that, I'm dealing with people every day. And it's okay because I do it and I do it well. But there's moments where I be wanting to be to myself. There's moments where I feel like I need to be to myself. I need to recharge. But sometimes Spirit speaks against that when it comes to me. You know what I'm saying? Spirit uses me in a way that is like, if I had it my way, it's totally against what I feel or think. But at the same time, because I'm obedient to it, it helps. I help a lot of people. And that's not even that's without even getting paid to do so. And I don't mind doing it. It's not even about the money to me because I get my money. You see what I'm saying? But it's like energetically. You know what I'm saying? Like it's energetically that Spirit uses me in a tremendous way. And it's times where I just want to shut the curtain, go behind a closed door, be to myself for a while. And Spirit like, no, not yet. So I am going through a period in my life of divine orchestration where I've been irritated, I've been bothered, and it's kind of like I'm being conditioned. You know, when you play a sport, you know, especially the pros, they practice all year long. They go through conditioning, they go through practices, and it's kind of like that saying, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And that's what Spirit has been doing with me. And that's what Spirit does for all of us. But it's just like for me, I'm noticing, I'm realizing the season that I'm in, and I'm realizing that that's what Spirit got me doing. Sometimes when we overcome some shit in our life, we rejoice in it. We all do. You be geeked up and you like, yeah, I got through this, I got through that. And sometimes if you're not careful, you rejoice so much in what you got going on, to the fact where my bad, my car had cut off. But you rejoice so much to the point where you forget that you still have to stay prepared. Just because you get over one thing, or you accomplish one thing, or all of that, doesn't mean that it's over. It's just in that moment, in that time, you accomplish that thing, but you still have to keep showing up. And so your strength will be constantly tried. Your strength will be constantly tested, because Spirit is like, okay, you got more stuff coming your way. You don't know it, but I know it. And I need you to stay ready. I need you to stay ready, because in this next season in your life, because of how powerful you really are, when I bless you, those people around you will be blessed as well. And some of us we're just that powerful, whether you believe it or not. When you are present in people's lives, people don't understand, like, sometimes the blessings that they receive, sometimes all of the good news they receive, is because they allowed you to be a part of their life. And that's why I take serious and how I treat people, what I say to people, just how I move in life in general. You see what I'm saying? But some people out there, they can care less, and they don't realize that some of those individuals in their life is the reason why they've been blessed. It's the reason why your head is still above water. You see what I'm saying? But if you're not careful, you will cause them people, because your actions and how you treat them, they gonna walk away. And when they walk away, you gonna know, you gonna feel it when they walk away. Some people in your life, if you're not careful, when they walk away, when they get fed up, and I'm not just talking about romantic relationships, but just people in general. That's why I tell people, you got to cherish the people that's in your life. When they walk away, you're going to feel it. When they feel like they're being taken advantage of, when they feel like it no longer serves them to be a part of your life because you're not taking them serious, or you don't see the benefit of them being in your life, you're going to feel it. When you allow yourself to be used by Spirit, when you allow yourself to surrender yourself to Spirit to use you in a way that their Spirit feels like they need to use you, it's going to take you through some shit. It's going to take you through some shit. And it's at that point, it's one of them situations where I done talked about before in my other videos, where all you can do is just put your seatbelt on and just hold on. But the great thing about that, despite whatever you may have to go through because you're allowing yourself to be used, the great thing about it is you will be tremendously blessed for it. And other people around you will be tremendously blessed because you are around. Sometimes God and the universe will put you in an environment, or put you in a position in people's lives to shake it up a bit. Because a lot of people out here are just too comfortable. You see what I'm saying? You done got too comfortable. So I'm about to send this person, or I'm about to send this people to shake up your world a bit. And it ain't even about for the greater good of you and everybody else. It's for spirit. And it takes a certain person, a particular person, or particular people to allow themselves to be used in that way. So when I found myself the past month or so being irritated and stuff like that, or feeling drained, I kept having to check myself about my perspective on it, because I kept looking on it as how I was feeling, and you know what I'm saying, oh, this is draining me, and da da da. Like, I had to tell myself, like, this is greater than you, and you got this. There's a spiritual warfare that goes on that we can't see. Well, I'm gonna take that back. There's a spiritual warfare that is going on that only if you are chosen, or if you tapped in, you can see it. But if you're not, you don't see it. Physically, you can't see it if you ain't tapped in. But there's something going on behind the scenes spiritually that you can't see if you're not tapped in, that is literally orchestrating your life. It's orchestrating your position. It's orchestrating what's going on. It's orchestrating your perspective. It's orchestrating everything. And because you don't have an idea about it, you don't understand it, then you're sitting here and you're irritated, and you're asking these questions, and you're talking to God, and you're wondering why. But the one thing that I had to learn in my walk, as far as me allowing myself to be used in those ways, is that over time, if I just relax and allow myself to go through whatever spirit is taking me through, it will be revealed. It always is. And once it's revealed, you'll look back and you'll be like, oh, okay, I see why it happened that way. I see why I had to go through this. I see why I had to be temporarily a part of this person's life. I see why I had to allow myself to be in this type of environment, even though it made me uncomfortable. It is a spiritual orchestration. And you are strong enough to go through it. You're not going to go through anything in your life. And I know it's some shit that everybody going through, have your back against the wall, make you want to tap out, make you want to give up. But you're not going to go through anything in your life. And this is what helps you get through the next storm, the next thing you might have to encounter. You're not going to go through anything in your life that you are not capable of dealing with. You might feel some pressure. You might feel some anger. You might feel some sadness. You might feel some irritation. But at the end of the day, you will get through it. So spiritually, I've been placed in a position to where I'm working on something. But spirit, there's people around me where spirit is using me to help them get to the next level. And I had to be reminded, and I had to go through my own shit to remind me that is deeper than me just getting to where I know I'm trying to be. My strength is being used spiritually to help these other people around me to get to where they're trying to be as well. Spirit is about to use me to shake some shit up. And it's working. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I just wanted y'all to understand that sometimes in your life, if you're feeling like if there's some type of hold up, if you're feeling like you've been set back, understand that you are going through a divine orchestration. It's bigger than what you think. It's greater than you. And sometimes you will be in a season, you will find yourself in a season where not only where you're trying to sit here and be blessed, but because you're blessed, somebody else is going to be blessed. I love y'all.